Hello, everybody. This is William Randolph, and I hope this video finds you well. I'm so sorry if we missed you at Mindset Mondays this past week. A lot of good conversation happening there, and I wish you to come on over and join us. One of the things that happened, I want to share with you one of the stories or a story I shared with the folks that came to Mindset Monday. One of the things I've shared there is I have a 10-step GovCon survival strategy, tactics that I believe will help us, small businesses, those entering the entrepreneurial environment, help get us through this unsettling time and allow us to survive to get to whatever's coming next. One of the 10 is a shift to commercial, state and local, higher ed contracting opportunities. Okay. So this shift, moving exclusively from federal to more commercial, industry-based, to state and local governments and higher education. Well, I had an interesting opportunity this past weekend. Some of you may know that my wife is a real estate agent, and the real estate folks were having a conference this past weekend on Saturday. It was hosted by her broker. And so she had to go and man a table for a while. And I was like, okay, look, I'll come down for a while just to support, keep you busy, keep you occupied, while the broker event and the real estate event was going on. So I got dressed and headed down there and walked in, and it's like, oh, it's actually a room full of big conference room full of real estate folks. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is cool. Some of you may know that my wife and I, we flip a few houses. We do a few home renovations. It's kind of like a hobby, but it's, we do two or three a year. So I was like, okay, I'll walk around and I'll go talk real estate with all these folks. So we walked around and met a few people. But mostly I just kind of stayed by the table and hung out with my wife. Now, some of you may also know that I am a closet introvert. Okay, so it takes a whole lot for me to get out and go interact with people. Okay, so that's me by nature, but I've worked on it over the years that I can turn it on and turn it off when necessary, when the situation required. And this was one of those situations. What dawned on me when I was sitting there just hanging out with my wife is that there are a room of 25, 30 people. There's a room full of about 25 or 30 people in here. And William, if you're going to survive, if your government contracting business is going to survive, you're going to have to turn every rock. Okay, now what do I mean by that? I mean that every situation should be mined, exploited for an opportunity to find a client, find some business, build a relationship. Every opportunity. Turn every rock. So in my entrepreneurial fashion, I got myself together, turned on my extrovert. As an introvert, I had to turn on my extrovert button. So I clicked my extrovert button and I went and talked to about 20 different people, introducing myself first in their space and then introducing my space. And let me share with you what occurred as a result of me turning every rock. Number one, I met a retired contracting officer, someone that had just retired about a week ago from last weekend, about a week ago. She was there as a volunteer, but she was like, I'm looking for something to do now. Okay. This was an intentional retirement, not a push. Okay. And she was like, I'm looking for something to do. So could command the room, command the table, well spoken. I was like, here's an opportunity for a resource, for a collaborative resource for our education and workforce development business. So number one, I found a colleague. I found a potential partner. Number two, that same individual said, hey, let me introduce you to my daughter. So I had an opportunity to meet her daughter. Her daughter's a nurse. I was like, oh, well, pleasure to meet you. And so we talked, asked some questions about, hey, how's hospital stays? Are anything's being influenced by what's going on at the national level? And she said, no, we having there's high levels of anxiety, but the real challenges I have, I've got some staff nurses and some shift nurses that really could use some leadership training. You said you do workforce development and leadership. I was, of course, yes, we focus on acquisition, contracts, program management, workforce development, and leadership. But but while we talk about that last, we have a robust engagement and plan and strategies around leadership development training. We should talk. Give me your number. So give me your card. We exchange, give them a card. So now here's the lead for leadership training. And then on the way out, everybody got a ticket coming in. So he had a lunch ticket. So I come in and get your box. I said, oh, thank you very much. I came in and got my ticket and went to the table to get my Chick-fil-A box. And it was like, oh, thank you very much. And the lady said, I saw you working the tables. You were doing your thing. I was like, oh yeah, I talk to people for a living. That's what I do. I'm in the education and workforce development space. I said, well, she said, well, what type of education and workforce development do you do? Training work? I said, acquisition, contracts, program management, workforce development, and soft skills and leadership training. And she said, you know what? I am the HR director. I'm here volunteering, but I'm the HR director for one of the largest ship construction and ship repair companies in our region, like one of the largest. And I'm just here doing my volunteer work. She's like, we have a challenge. We're hiring a lot of young folk and they aren't really gelling in the office. And, do you do things about, soft skill training, communication, collaboration, team building? I was like, oh, well, of course I do. Of course I do. So there was the third lead. Now we're talking and we're ideating on what a solution could be for some workforce development training for her new hires. So I share this simply to say that turning every rock as a concept, okay, it works. It works. And this weekend I ate my own cooking on that. Okay, so I encourage all of you, if you're thinking about what is your survival plan, what is your strategy, whatever you're choosing to do to survive, whatever that is, whatever strategy, could be one of the 10 that we talk about at Mindset Mondays, but it could be something you've devised. But whatever it is, turn every rock. Never miss an opportunity, because an opportunity missed is a potential business opportunity lost. So turn every rock. Do the work, make the connections. You never know where the next opportunity or the seeds of the next opportunity can be found. If this was helpful and you'd like to talk more about strategies and tactics, what I call GovCon survival strategies, check out the link below. Come to our Mindset Mondays. We've got another one coming Monday. This will be the third one in a row. Come on and come check with us. Come talk with us. People are sharing amazing strategies and tactics and insights in how they are thinking about the survival plan. How do we get from what used to be to what will be? So check out the link below and come hang out with us for an hour and share. Okay, remember, turn every rock. All the best. Be well.